Robert Holden, a man whose face bore the map of 1,000 sleepless nights and countless cups of lukewarm coffee, sat across from Mr. Sterling, the publisher. The mahogany desk, a symbol of Sterling and Son's literary legacy, felt like a barrier, not a bridge. 2 years. 2 years since the hefty advance had been wired to Arthur Finch, the celebrated author of the Crimson Quill series. 2 years of radio silence. "Mr. Holden," Sterling began, his voice a carefully modulated blend of concern and thinly veiled fury, "we're at a loss. Finch has vanished. No manuscript, no contact, nothing." Holden, a seasoned ghostwriter known for his ability to resurrect stalled careers, leaned forward. "With all due respect, Mr. Sterling, we're not at a loss. We have a contract, a fan base clamoring for closure, and a substantial financial investment at stake. We have options." Sterling steepled his fingers. "Such as?" Holden's eyes gleamed with a spark of something unsettling. "We write the ending. I write the ending." Sterling frowned. "But Finch's style, his voice." "I've devoured the entire series, Mr. Sterling. I can mimic Finch's prose to the letter. We can fabricate a plausible explanation for his absence. A sudden illness, a retreat to a remote monastery for inspiration, anything. We release the book, recoup our losses, and everyone's happy." The silence hung heavy in the air, punctuated only by the ticking of a grandfather clock in the corner. Sterling's face was a battleground of ethics and pragmatism. "And what if Finch resurfaces?" Sterling finally asked, his voice barely a whisper. Holden shrugged, a gesture that belied the cold calculation in his eyes. "He won't. I've looked into it. Finch has a gambling problem, a serious one. He owes a lot of unsavory people a lot of money. I suspect he's been silenced. Permanently." Sterling paled. "Are you suggesting—" "I'm suggesting, Mr. Sterling, that Arthur Finch is no longer a factor, and that the only crime we're committing is literary fraud, a far less serious offense than, say, murder." Holden paused, letting the weight of his words sink in. "Besides," he added, a chilling smile playing on his lips, "who would believe a ghostwriter over a respected publisher?" Sterling stared at Holden, a growing horror dawning in his eyes. He had hired a fixer, but he hadn't realized he'd hired a monster. He knew this was wrong, deeply wrong, but the thought of the financial ruin staring him in the face was a powerful persuader. "All right, Holden," Sterling said, his voice trembling. "Write the ending, but keep me out of it. I don't want to know the details." Holden nodded, his smile widening. "Of course, Mr. Sterling. Deniability is key." He stood up, his shadow looming large in the office. As he turned to leave, he paused at the door. "One more thing, Mr. Sterling. I'll need another advance. For research purposes, of course.